EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
From 26-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Ready, ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
This is Hill. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now the first carry here for the running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Ready! Viking 18! Go!
They go play action with Ward. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. This an easy one, 23-yarder. Bates' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Gets around him. And he returns this to the 22.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher. And we've talked on air and off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
4 yards.
The Raiders at 15-1 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready? Cougar 19.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this won't be enough to pick up the gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You talk about this Titan defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now
here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
Amari Hooker up for the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. That's complete to DK. Down the left sideline. And down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Those wide receiver screens like that, isn't that what they said they wanted to implement more in the game plan this week?
They certainly did because they felt like they had an advantage with their receivers out in open space. They thought they could make the first guy miss like a punt returner and then pick up nice blocking downfield.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Ward. That's into the hands of Iomanner. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. 19.
Throwing is Ward. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. In motion, Hill. Throwing again here, Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Go!
They hand off to their big tight end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
19 Lion. Panther 11. Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. The 20. 5. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And, Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
A dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
34-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a 1st down to open the drive.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Cowboy 80. 18, Pioneer.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. To throw, here's Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Trap 60.
Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hawk 70.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
Get it! Viking 18. Ready?
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 3.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Go.
A give out of the gun to Genty. Now he's free at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Genty, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Raiders 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready up.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Ready?
They'll come up in a 4-receiver look. 2 left, 2 right, 2nd and 6. In motion, Hill.
Ready?
To throw is Ward. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Davidson. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Come on, come back, team. Come back, Cowboy 80.
Now Ward. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 27. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And they'll go on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
70 Timberwolves.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Hut, go. Hut, hut.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
60.
Now Hill. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Raiders 7.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Now, that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now, if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rodriguez. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Come 19! Come 19! Ready! Mustang 70 Timberwolf!
Back to throw now on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
At the 41-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll look to throw again. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
60 Bobcat. Let's go. 70 Rangers. Bronco. Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Pioneer. Check go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Okay, break. 79 Bronco. Set. Warriors 7, Cowboy 8, Buffalo 18, Chap 60, Chap 60. Go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Travis Hunter as time expires in the first half. And the Raiders get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. Groupie for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now, Ward. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Come on, come on. Set.
Here's a give to Bigsby. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Take Bigsby. 48 yards. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught by Hunter. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. The quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Let's go now. Viking 18. 18, Pioneer. 18, Cardinal. 18, Cardinal.
Once again, it's Genty. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
60 Eagles, 60, 18, Rebel, 18, Rebel, trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Viking, waiting, 19 tight, 19 tight.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Cowboy 80. 19 Lion. 18 Pioneer. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Genty. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd down.
49-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Well, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
The Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go now. Panther 60.
Pass caught, Arroyo right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cougar 19. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Genty. will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Waste of time.
Guys, you can do better.
I'm looking at the ball. What are you guys doing?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
Bigsby once more. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing is Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 109 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, that's Hunter. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a toss to Genty, headed right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
For the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Raiders 22.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all the way out just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hurt. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Throwing now, Ward. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 Bison.
To throw, here's Ward. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Give to Bigsby on the option. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tank Bigsby, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Titans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Off the bootleg, Ward. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here we go, set. Bronco leading. Check go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It completes it to Hunter. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he's going to step up and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw again. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
19, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19. Check out.
They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Here now, second and goal.
60 Panther 60, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll drop to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third and goal.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Elijah Arroyo from 4 yards out. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show, because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That's complete to DK. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
And 6 at their 49-yard line.
Second down and 6 now.
Ready? 79. On the back of this play. Mustang 19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Cougar 19. Ready?
To throw is Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Titans, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in